What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Nick Everett, coming at you live and in living color with another episode of WWE 2K19 Custom Universe Mode. Ladies and gentlemen, we have today episode 5 of my Custom Universe Mode, episode 4 of SmackDown. Just give me a second to get everything all set up here. How's everybody doing today? Ready for another episode of WWE 2K19 Universe Mode. Alright, so while we're just getting everything set up, let's take a look at this week's power rankings, shall we? Alright, so new number one, at the number one spot we have Alex, of course, our new WWE champion. In second, moving up a little bit into the top five is Nick T, of course, with a huge Fatal 4-Way win last week. Then, of course, Nick Everett in third, moving down a couple spots, as well as his tag team partner Garrett. After Garrett lost the Fatal 4-Way match, was in the Fatal 4-Way last week, and unfortunately couldn't get the win. And in fifth on our top five in the power rankings, the SmackDown Live Women's Champion Shan. And a little bit of movement elsewhere on the power rankings, but pretty much everybody in the relatively same spot, minus Alex, the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So let's hop into tonight's card. So tonight we're going to kick things off with hearing from Daniel, who wants to address the WWE Universe to kick off our show. As well, in the main event, we're going to have Aiden, our former WWE champion, is invoking his rematch for the WWE Championship. So it will be Alex versus Aiden, with Matty G in the corner of Alex for the WWE Championship in the main event. Then we will also have Rosalie versus Emily, a Fatal 4-Way featuring Nick Everett, Orantis, Christian, and Morgan. We will have the previously announced match of Daniel versus Brad, and we will also have Willie the Wheel versus Zano. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's hop right into the action. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are live here in Manila, Philippines for this edition of SmackDown Live. And we're going to kick things off with a message from Daniel, of course, last week, getting attacked by Nick B in what has become a very personal rivalry. And Daniel, technically speaking, if you're gonna look at it, with his first win as a member of the SmackDown Live roster last week, kind of beating up Nick B a little bit. But we're gonna hear from Daniel tonight, as he doesn't look very impressed coming out to the ring. And what is Daniel gonna say? Well, he's here to talk business. That's what he says he's about to do. He's about to talk some business, so let's get down to it. Of course, his new catchphrase, hashtag rigged, displayed proudly across his chest. Oh, telling the fans he's not a puppet. They can't tell him what he should and shouldn't do. A little strange being his, Dan had such a support group in the WWE Universe. And the dog is indeed off the chain, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel turning his back on the fans. You gotta believe that this is all pent-up frustration from the amount of losses he's taken over the past couple of weeks, being officially 0-2 in competition. Wow. Every win, if he gets them, will be for him and only him. I agree with the chat. What a dick this Dan guy is. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan is turning his back on the fans. Those who have supported him. He's taken his career into his own hands. He doesn't want to be a dancing puppet for the WWE Universe anymore. Well, let's roll straight in to our first official contest of the night. It's the Fatal 4-Way, the sequel to the Fatal 4-Way last week. Christian, Nick Everett, Orantes, and Morgan. Fatal 4-Way competition. I'm sure this will be an outstanding contest. And of course, this Fatal 4-Way's predecessor last week, Christian's partner Nick T came out with the win, gaining a little bit more traction for his team to potentially challenge in the future for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships, currently held by Garrett and Nick Everett. The affectionately named Bear Brigade team. Tonight, all four of these competitors looking to further their claims for the tag team titles. And up first, we will have one half of the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions, Nick Everett, ladies and gentlemen. Who just last week pulled off the victory over Nick B in our opening matchup.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
And the chat certainly loving the presence of Nick Everett in this match. Another fan favorite, just like our former WWE champion Aiden. Nick Everett has an impressive resume so far in the new SmackDown Live era. Of course, the vocal minority of the chat booing this man, even after the 5-star classics he's already given us. And of course, here comes competitor number 2, one half of the Brotherhood, Mr. Orantes, looking to further his team's claim to the tag team titles. Not much known about these. Not much known about these the two men in this tag team, in the Brotherhood tag team, but I'm sure over the coming weeks we will hear more about them. And just remember that the last time the tag team titles were defended was, of course, at Backlash, when Nick Everett, the hero of SmackDown Live, pinned that dirty, rotten, no-good competitor Nick T's shoulders to the mat in a 5-star classic where Nick Everett carried his opponent to a good matchup. As Orantes steps in the ring. And now we will wait on the third competitor. Of course, the Saskatchewan Savior. The other half of CN Tower, of course, Nick T winning last week. Tonight, Christian looks to do the same in his own Fatal 4-Way.
And from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada,
as he makes his way down to the ring.
pounds,
He has the Saints sweater on right now, but earlier today I saw him rocking a Buffalo Bills sweater and several others. A real bandwagon jumper, this guy, Christian. You gotta wonder, if you're Nick T, why you want to team up with him. I mean, he could change his mind and turn his back on you at any moment. The no-good weasel of a competitor. So, you just gotta wonder why you team up with this guy if you're Nick T. I mean, I guess if you're not very good as a singles wrestler, you need to team up with somebody, so I guess Christian was the only good option he could find. 4th. Member of this fatal 4-way. His partner Rico debuting 2 weeks ago when he defeated the former WWE champion Aiden. Tonight, Morgan gonna make his in-ring debut. Again, one half of the superhero club. And tonight, Morgan gonna try and prove to us, try and prove to the WWE Universe what he can do inside of a 20 by 20 ring. All these competitors, if you look in their eyes, all locked in, focused, ready for this fatal 4-way matchup. Again, a lot on the line, but nothing on the line at the same time. But this will go a long way in management's eyes to determining which team will get the next shot at the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. And here we go. Arantes after Morgan, Nick Everett after Christian. And Arantes, the beautiful Hurricane Rana there. Christian, the jawbreaker to Nick Everett. Huge knee, takes down Nick. Christian stomping away at Nick. Arantes wrenching on the neck of Morgan. And now Christian gonna go dumps Nick Everett to the outside and gonna go on the attack. Arantes into the armbar, but broken up by Christian. Now Christian gonna focus his attention on Arantes. And now Morgan and Nick Everett gonna go after each other, but Morgan deposits Everett to the outside and then takes down Arantes. Now Christian gonna target Morgan, whose back's turned to him, of course. Christian, of course, can't throw a punch at a man looking his way. He's got to attack somebody from behind. Big clothesline there by Morgan to Nick Everett. And now into the thought he was going to go for the Cobra Clutch, but lets him up, and a huge shoulder tackle by Nick Everett. Boom, jawbreaker by Morgan, and then a huge clothesline. Nick Everett going to roll to the outside. Morgan talking to the crowd. Giving Nick Everett time to come back into the ring. Into the Kimura lock. A couple of drop kicks missing, but Morgan gonna let Nick Everett back up, and now into the power slam position. Throat first off the ropes goes Morgan. Arantes and Christian going back to the outside, and now a gut wrench suplex by Nick Everett. Huge Hurricane Rana by Arantes on the outside, and now Nick Everett gonna go into the cover. One kick out by Morgan. Gonna have to do a lot more damage than that if he hopes to get the pinfall victory here in this fatal 4-way matchup. Arantes just throwing Christian headfirst into that ring post, and these two are gonna continue to damage each other as Arantes throws Christian back into the ring. Arantes going to call for... Oh, and he's going to get it. The hammerlock DDT. And now Nick with the 5-knuckle shuffle. And now Arantes and Nick Everett going to go at it. Oh, And plants Orantis with the attitude adjustment into the cover. 1, 2, kick out. And I thought it was over right there, ladies and gentlemen. I thought Nick Everett had this match won. Planted Orantis with that attitude adjustment. We're going to pick him up and go into the gut wrench suplex. Now, of course, Christian going to show off more of his cowardly tactics, attacking Nick Everett from behind. Sling blade by Christian. Now Christian going to roll through into the boom on the button, the super kick. Both Orantis and Christian going for the drop kick. Huge power slam by Christian. Now Morgan going to take a shot at Christian and into the F5 into the cover. Oh, but a rope break gonna stop that from happening. Now Oscar into the cover. 1, 2. Oh, and a kick out at 2 by Christian. Oh, Oscar with the low blow to Nick Everett. Oh, Fisherman Buster. And now once again, Orantis gonna turn his attention to Nick Everett and into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out / breakup. And now Christian gonna eat a drop kick from Orantis. Try to go for that huge overhand chop. But now, Christian looked like he was setting up for a double team maneuver. Huge double DDT by Christian and Nick Everett. And now Christian into the cover, but broken up immediately. And now Morgan gonna F5 Nick Everett into the cover, broken up immediately by Christian. And now, stiff shot to the back. Hurricane Rana by Orantis. Huge knee to Morgan from Nick Everett, calling for it. Plants him with the attitude adjustment into the cover, broken up immediately by Orantis. These guys need to start taking out their other opponents that are in the ring before going for covers. Now, shoulder tackle into that sit-out spinning power bomb. Christian eats a shoulder tackle, eats another shoulder tackle, and a spin-out sitting power bomb. And now Christian gonna roll out of the ring. And now Morgan, get ready. You can't see me, but you can see this 5-knuckle shuffle. Into the cover. Oscar breaks it up immediately. And now Nick Everett whipping Orantis into the corner. Huge knee there by Orantis. Into a powerbomb position. Boom, powerbomb into the cover. 1, 2. Broken up by Christian, but goes straight into that double leg Boston Crab. Broken up by Morgan. And now a double team maneuver by Morgan and Christian. Oh, sliced bread by Christian. Now working on the neck of Morgan. I never said that Oscar broke up the pin. I said Morgan broke up the pin. Went for that rolling forearm, but a miss. Into that T-bone suplex. And now Morgan taking out Nick Everett. Rolling forearm from Christian. Nick Everett clotheslines Christian. And now going to bring Morgan back into the ring the hard way. Vertical suplex. And now Morgan a deep arm drag. Arantes back in the ring. Huge knee to Morgan. And now went for a Northern Lights suplex, but broken up by Nick Everett. Out of the ring goes Morgan, and another low blow by Oscar. Damn it. And now Orantes, modified arm drag. And he's feeling good, but now Christian attacking him from behind. Power bomb into the cover. 1, 2, and a 3, and Christian has won this fatal 4-way. Morgan couldn't quite get there. Christian will win the fatal 4-way match. And this has got to go a long way in determining who will challenge for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships next, as CN Tower picking up the win in both fatal 4-way contests. The Saskatchewan Savior going to celebrate his victory in the ring. What a match. What despicable actions taken by Arantes at the end of it. But a great win for Christian as he and his partner Nick T look to challenge for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. An incredible win. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we shift our attention from the tag team picture to the intercontinental picture. Willie the Wheel versus Zano. Of course, last week, Willie made it clear that he wants a piece of the Intercontinental Champion Nate Dogg. So, and those two had a little bit of a kerfuffle on last week's episode. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. And here comes Willie. Willie the Wheel, ladies and gentlemen. The underdog of underdogs.
Making his way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
And what is this, ladies and gentlemen? The Intercontinental Champion, Nate Dogg, is here, sprinting down the aisleway. Oh, title to the back of the head, ladies and gentlemen. Nate Dogg has jumped Willie the Wheel. And just beating the crap out of Willie the Wheel right now, ladies and gentlemen. This rivalry has went from a very... Oh, and now the ref. Nate Dogg taking out the ref and going to continue the punishment. And Nate Dogg has put Willie down. Ladies and gentlemen, this rivalry grows more and more personal every week. But now we turn our attention to a match that had a similar outcome last week, when the match Daniel versus Brad that was supposed to take place was, of course, interrupted during the entrances by Nick B, who, of course, attacked Daniel. Daniel fended him off, but unable to compete against Brad, so the management had made the decision to have that match take place this week. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get the match that we didn't get last week. Daniel versus Brad. And ladies and gentlemen, he was out here earlier. He's coming back out to compete. It's Daniel and his newfound attitude. Not doing it for the crowd, not doing it for the fans, doing it for himself, and looking to pick up his first win. Yes, looking to pick up his first official win in singles competition tonight here against Brad. Dan hoping that new attitude will lead him to his first win here tonight. But unfortunately for Daniel, he has to face this man. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Brad, of course, one of the up-and-coming stars of the new SmackDown Live, debuting a couple weeks back, pinning the WWE champion on his first night. And then the following week, having an extremely competitive contest, which he came up just short against the Intercontinental Champion the following week. Tonight, he looks to make Dan's losing ways continue. Meanwhile, Dan looks to end his losing streak at 2. And out of the bat, Dan just going to overpower Brad. This new take no prisoners, do whatever I want to do, not what the fans want attitude. But now Brad, a back elbow into a collar and elbow tie up into the side headlock. Off the ropes goes Brad, pushed off, and Dan ducks under, and now a huge clothesline, taking Brad off of his feet. And now Dan gonna hit him with a back suplex. And now up to the top rope goes Brad, now in the Tree of Woe. And then just gonna choke the life out of Brad. Dan with a much more aggressive approach here in the early goings of this matchup, into the cover. Not even a count of 1. Brad gonna fire that right hand into the jaw of Daniel. Daniel off the ropes, leapfrog by Brad into a jumping clothesline. But what's this? Nick B. What is Nick B doing here? Nick B helping Daniel? A 2 count into a rolled up by Brad. Kick out into another roll up. What the hell is happening here? Daniel with a huge clubbing blow to the back. Throwing Brad to the outside now. Nick B out here, and huge shot by Daniel. What the hell? Oh, what a shot. I'm still just trying to figure out, ladies and gentlemen, why Nick B would come out and distract Brad in the middle of this matchup and try and help Daniel win. Now Daniel going to throw Brad back in the ring, and he's the hype driver into the cover. 1, 2, kick out by Brad. And Nick B in the corner of Dan, acting as a surrogate manager. Of course, oh, twist of fate by Brad. Of course, for those of you familiar with our product, as a modified Cobra Clutch here by Brad. For those of you familiar with our brand, Daniel usually has his better half, Emily, in his corner, but tonight, after his actions earlier, asking her to stay backstage, and maybe this is the reason why. Nick B acting as a surrogate manager, as Dan just continuing to pick apart Brad here. But Brad gonna fight back. Ooh, into that alley-oop face buster. Hung him up on the ropes. And now we're gonna work over the leg into the figure 4 leg lock. And that is a rope break, ladies and gentlemen. Now a ref bump, as Brad has run over the referee. Swanton bomb into the cover. 1, 2, kick out by Daniel. Now, oh, drop kick to the face of Daniel. Twist of fate into the cover. And Nick B is now up on the ring apron, distracting the ref from counting the pinfall. What the hell is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Brad to the top rope, another swanton bomb into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Daniel. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I am perplexed by what Nick B is doing out here, helping Daniel, who these two both, a vicious fight breaking out between these two last week. Daniel gets his knee kicked out from under him by Brad. The atomic drop hangs him up on the ropes. And now Brad, what's he gonna do here? Oh, slingshot onto the second rope. Back elbow by Dan. Into the hyper drive again. Brad face first onto the mat, into the cover. 1, 2, kick out by Brad. Confusing times here on SmackDown Live. And Dan hits that clothesline, another clothesline. Ducks underneath and a jump-in clothesline. And now Dan calling for something. Oh, what a spinning right hand Dan gets hit with a twist of fate again. But Dan gets straight back up. Huge double leg takedown. Continuing to wear down Brad. 1, 2, oh, and a kick out by Brad. Huge right hand. Huge splash. And now another splash. And one more time, the hyper driver into the mat, into the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Daniel has officially picked up his first victory on SmackDown Live. And ladies and gentlemen, what a very strange, set of circumstances that this first win for Daniel arrives.
Here is your winner,
Nick B now in the ring, gonna celebrate with Daniel. What the hell is happening here, ladies and the handshake? Did these two just pull the wool over the eyes of everyone here tonight as they celebrate in ring together? What the hell? Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on between Daniel and Nick B? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to turn our attention now to Daniel's former manager, former valet, his better half, of course, Emily, as she goes one-on-one with Rosalie, who, of course, last week in tag team action pinned Emily. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm still just absolutely in shock over what just happened in that previous matchup between Dan and Brad. But yes, Emily again also going to look for her first victory here tonight as she goes one-on-one with Rosalie in what could have serious ramifications in our WWE SmackDown Live Women's title picture. And here comes Rosalie making her way to the ring. Of course, as mentioned earlier, last week, she was the one to pin Emily in that tag team match where she teamed up with Kelsey to take on our SmackDown Live Women's Champion Shan and Emily. A very stylistic, I believe is the word, competitor. Not a scientific competitor, but a very a lot of flash in her game, Rosalie. But tonight she's gonna have to deal with the boss of the SmackDown Live Women's Division, Emily. Of course, just like her other half, Daniel, did in the previous match, she's looking to gain her first official victory here on SmackDown Live. Just a very perplexing situation, ladies and gentlemen. But let's try and focus in on this this matchup here as we get underway. And a fast start here. A nice tilt-a-whirl arm drag by Rosalie. Kick to the back, and M's gonna have to roll out of the way to regain her composure. And now a huge slap to the face and forearm. And off the ring apron goes a Rosalie. And now these two women in a brawl on the outside. Ooh, huge kick to the midsection there. Boom. Back of the head just careening off the floor. Huge side kick to the midsection, but then a huge kick to the head there by Emily. And both these women have to be very careful as to not get counted out here. And back in the ring in the nick of time. And now Rosalie going to continue the punishment inside the ring. But now a nice deep arm drag there by Emily. Dragging Rosalie back to her feet, and now into the corner, face off the top turnbuckle. Just repeat, repeat, repeat. And down goes Rosalie in a twisted heap. Huge kick to the back of the neck, into a dragon sleeper hold. Knees off the face of M. Missing the drop kick. And now Emily gonna send her. Oh, hanging neck breaker. That does not tickle, ladies and gentlemen. That is not a fun move to take. Now kick to the gut, and this is even less fun. A sit-out neck breaker. Now Emily going to call for the bank statement submission hold, center of the ring. Referee in pretty good position. Unfortunately not good enough position for our cameraman. And Rosalie, or Emily going to let her go, or Rosalie got out of it. But Emily going to continue the punishment into the cover. 1, 2, kick out by Rosalie. And now face first off the canvas goes Rosalie. Ref is down. Rosalie, sit-out neck breaker. Into the cover. 2 count, kick out by M. Rosalie going to talk to the crowd. And now, back kick into the drop kick, into another drop kick, into a twisting neck breaker. Rosalie firing on all cylinders, standing shooting star press. Emily reversal with the jawbreaker. Kick to the stomach, and now a sit-out neck breaker of her own. Into the cover. 1, 2, kick out by Rosalie. Now M gonna call for it. bank statement once again. Great position. Is Rosalie going to tap? And she will. Emily picking up her first win on SmackDown Live. And what a night, ladies and gentlemen, it has been for the couple, Emily and Daniel, both picking up their first official wins here on SmackDown Live, and both in relatively impressive fashion. A tremendous showing here from Emily, using every move she has in her arsenal to secure the win. And possibly now looking at moving up the ranks in the SmackDown Live women's division, looking for a shot at her best friend in the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we shift our focus from the women's division to possibly the most shocking moment of last week's episode. Former WWE Champion Aiden issued an open challenge to anybody on the SmackDown Live roster for a match for his WWE Championship. That, of course, was answered by Matty G and his client, Alex, King of Death. Who pinned the WWE Champion shoulders to the mat, therefore making Alex, the King of Death, the new WWE Champion. Of course, after the show went off the air, Aiden came back and informed management that he would be initiating his rematch clause for this week on SmackDown Live. So here in the main event, we once again present the WWE Championship main event. Former WWE Champion Aiden versus current WWE Champion Alex. Let's get things started.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, the former WWE Champion, Aiden. Not in a pleasant mood here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, looking to regain his, what he calls his WWE Championship, after a shocking defeat last week at the hands of Alex. Of course, Aiden protesting the victory, saying that he issued it to anybody on the SmackDown Live roster. But, of course, Alex, through his manager, Matty G, and the Matty G brand, signed a SmackDown Live deal before they went out and accepted the championship match. So the ruling will stand in terms of management. And the first title defense for Alex, of course, will be here tonight. So of course, waiting in the wings is Matty G, the business partner, the advocate, the manager of this monster, the King of Death, Alex. a real genius, Matty G, is signing Alex to his Matty G brand, and of course getting him a WWE Championship opportunity last week. And tonight, looking to defend the championship and keep it within the Matty G brand. And ladies and gentlemen, never before on the new SmackDown Live have we ever had such a hoss fight. Two big men with even worse tempers going head to head in what is sure to be a physical championship match. This will be a true
Introducing the champion from Toronto,
defining
Ontario, Canada, weighing in at
moment for the heavyweight division.
Pounds. He is the WWE champion, Alex the King.
That's right, get a good look, people. That is your current WWE World Heavyweight Champion. That's what it's all about. The richest prize in our business. Let's get it on. Huge shoulder takedown by Alex right off the bat. Now Aiden gonna fight back a little bit. And Aiden has spent all week preparing for this rematch, saying he knows what he has to do to regain his WWE Championship, and I guess that means going to the top rope. Superfly splash. That ought to keep the big man off of his feet. Ooh, big stomp to the gut. And now into the cover. One. And a kick out. The new champ looks a little bit taken back after the flurry of offense from Aiden, but dumping him to the outside, maybe getting a little bit of a breather is the new champ before he goes out and meets him on the outside. And again, these two, a lot of bad blood even before last week. And a fisherman buster and then a straight shot to the face. A lot of bad blood between Alex and Aiden, stemming from the before their WWE days. These two big hosses do not like each other, and they're proving it here tonight in this what so far has been a fight. And look at this, rib first, and now a huge boot, sending him down to that concrete floor, back in the ring. Alex will take this. He wants to pin Aiden in the middle of the ring in a huge chokeslam backbreaker. And now he's going to set up for it. The Death Wish, ladies and gentlemen. Bang! Into the cover. 1, 2. Kick out by Aiden. And Aiden was about 0.5 seconds away from losing his rematch. Huge shot, and now a face buster to Alex. Into the cover goes Aiden. 1, 2, and kick out at 2. Gonna have to do a lot more damage than that to keep Alex off of his feet. Now Aiden gonna work over the neck of Alex. Gonna just wrench on that neck. Oh, but Alex gets up and just a straight shot to the gut. Now overhand shot to the face. Went for a clothesline, but sent down to the second rope. And now Aiden. Ooh! Driving all the air out of lungs. And now Matty G gonna grab hold of the Aiden. He's gonna give him a talking to. Pushed aside. But that distraction giving Alex at least a couple seconds to breathe before Aiden back on the attack, stomping him in the corner. And now an alley-oop power bomb. And now more jarring between Matty G and Aiden. And now Alex gonna backbreaker with a backbreaker after the talking between Aiden and Matty G. This is the reason he is the best manager in the game, ladies and gentlemen. He knows when to pick his spots. That rolling European uppercut by Aiden, followed by just a straight European uppercut. And now look at this. Alex getting out of the ring. Aiden calling for that discus clothesline, but Alex rolling outside. Oh, but he gets it anyway. He waited. He suckered him in. And he gets the discus clothesline, but now Matty G up on the ring apron, breaking up that pinfall attempt. This is the reason you want Matty G to be on the Matty G brand, ladies and gentlemen. And now a chokeslam backbreaker to Aiden. Oof, I'm losing my words here, ladies and gentlemen. And now working on the shoulder, that claw to the shoulder. Aiden sweeping the leg out from under Alex. Ooh, big back elbow. Now overhand shots, a chop. And look at that. Oh, face first into the canvas goes Alex. Now Aiden going to call for that discus clothesline once again. And he got it. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, Aiden is WWE champion. What a shock, ladies and gentlemen. Now Aiden gonna get out of the ring. He's leaving ringside, but what is this? Aiden gonna turn back, and he's not done. He's not done, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna take the chair. Oh, and he is just gonna wear out that chair, threatening the referee. And Aiden has fired the first shot in what I'm sure is going to be a physically demanding war between these two. Ladies and gentlemen, what a topsy-turvy episode this has been. Just all kinds of twists and turns. Please join us tomorrow when we bring you another episode of SmackDown Live. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. And as always, I am Nicholas Everett. Join me here tomorrow once again, 2 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Atlantic. Have a good night, and goodbye.